Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to this Ansible last session. So today we will be talking about the security aspect of the Ansible. How much Ansible is secure and how to make this secure. Okay. And apart from that, we will talk about the roles. Okay. So first of all, let's look into this security aspect of this Ansible. Okay, so let me log into this. We are into the controller. Okay, let me go to the admin, and we have everything under the demo folder. Similarly, we are into this ans admin node server. Now in our let me delete something which I have already created. uh, Let me comment this. I was doing something practical. Okay, so let's consider that we have this inventory file. Okay, within this inventory file, you have some IP address, or you can have some list of the host name as well. Both way it will work. Okay, so let's say if you provide some IP address, and what happen if you are working within the team. In that case, this data or these files needs to be uploaded over the GitHub. GitHub is a central repository where we can store all our code, because in your project it's not the only you that will be working on this task. Okay, or on this playbooks. Your teammate will also work with you on the playbook part. Okay, maybe development of the playbook, execution of the playbook, and anything sort of that. Okay, so that's where these things will not be present only on the server, on this controller server. All those things will be present over this GitHub, because what happens if the controller gets deleted, means by mistake the server get deleted, then all the files from that server will also get deleted, and we need somewhere to keep the backup or some files where we can have protection over there. Okay, so that's where we prefer GitHub as a source code repository where we can upload all our files there. Okay, and if we are uploading over the GitHub, then people will have access to those files as well. Okay, let's say let me draw some diagram. Okay, let's say this is the GitHub. Okay, and these are the, let's say, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, let's consider. Okay, and these employees are working on the similar code which is present on the GitHub. So every time if they want to work on the code, they will fetch it from this GitHub. Okay, and they will just modify it and again upload to the GitHub, so that everyone will have the latest copy of the code. Okay, we haven't yet gone through about the GitHub right now. Once we finish with the Ansible, then we will start with Git and GitHub part. Okay, so as of now, just understand on very basic things. So if you want to upload the code over here, then same, your files will be present as it is on this GitHub, like inventory file or playbook, or maybe some any file which you are going to upload will be present over this GitHub as it is. But what I want that, okay, let's say if any file, my inventory file, let's say present, मैं upload कर देता हूँ, and what I want that other people should not, let's say this person is unauthorized person, he should not be able to see the content of this file. Okay, this file, even though he have access to this file, but he should not be able to see the content, or even if he see the content, he should not be able to understand that content of that file. For that matter, we need some security aspect in the Ansible, and that we can do with the help of vault. Okay, vault is a way of providing security or encrypting and decrypting the files. Okay, whenever you will install the Ansible, this Ansible vault is a binary file which will also get installed at your end, and this binary file is going to help us in encrypting and decrypting the files so that other people should not have access to that file, or they should not be able to understand the content of that file. Okay, so let me show you what I am trying to say over here. I do have this my inventory file, and this is the content. So let's say if I want to encrypt this content which is present under this my inventory file, in that case Ansible vault and provide, let's say, help, just to get more information which all options is available with this command. So with this command you can say you can decrypt the file, you can encrypt the file. So let's go with step by step. Let's go ahead and encrypt the file. Which file you want to encrypt? So before uploading to the GitHub, I want to encrypt it first, then only I'll go ahead and decrypt it, means upload it to the GitHub. So let's encrypt this and provide some password. Okay, because this password is going to help us in decrypting the file as well. So any password which you may like. So I am providing 12345. It will not be visible to you. 2345, same password again. So once you provide a password over here which is not visible to you guys, and this here as well, same password, encryption will be successful. Okay, now if you look into the content of the file, it looks like this. Earlier the content of the file was like Ubuntu node and Fedora node, but now as I have encrypted this file, the content will become like this. So this is the encryption you can consider right now. Now I'm happy to upload this file over the GitHub, because if a person don't have password which is 12345, he won't be able to see the actual content. Okay, because from this content he will not be able to get an idea what exactly written in background. Okay, so this person is not having idea about password, so that's why he won't be able to see the content properly, and these people are working together, so they all know the password over here. Okay, so if a person know the password, then in that case he will be able to see the content from that file. How? So instead of the encrypt, just say view. I need to view the content, provide password 12345, and he will be able to see the actual content over here like this. Okay, so this encrypt is to encrypt the file. Okay, decrypt is to decrypt that file. So as of now I just saw the content, okay, with the help of view as an option over here. If you want to decrypt it permanently, in that case you can say decrypt. You need to provide the password 12345, and decryption got successful, and you will see the normal file again. Okay, so both way it works. You can encrypt as well, you can decrypt as well, you can see the content as well. Let's encrypt one more time. 12345. Okay, again this file got encrypted, and let's look for some other options available with our Ansible vault. Here is one more option, Ricky. Ricky is nothing but if you want to change the password. Let's say this person somehow understood the password of that file, password of that Ansible vault, so that you can open that file and read the content. But in that case, if any password gets compromised or someone hacked that password, it's always good idea to change the password. Okay, so if you want to change the password, then password for this file, then rekey is one of the option to change the password. Okay, so we need to provide the old password first, 12345. Provide the new password, ASDFG. Again confirm new password, ASDFG, and rekey got successful. So it means file is still encrypted, only the password which I was about to provide earlier, it's now changed to something else. Okay, so if you want to view the content, you will not be able to view the content with 12345. You can see decryption failed, no vault secrets were found that could decrypt. Okay, because the vault secret is something else, that is nothing but the new one which I set. ASDFG is the one which I set, so that's where we need to keep in mind this password. If you forget this password, then definitely you won't be able to recover that file. So it's not something like if you forgot password, so there is a way to recover. There is no way to recover that file. There is no way to view the content of that file if you forget that password. So that's where it's very much important to keep that in mind. So this is the thing about I mean to say Ansible Vault for encrypting, decrypting the content. One option is to edit. You can edit the file at runtime as well. Okay, let's say uh, right now the content of this is like this, which is the encrypted, and you want to edit the content of that file. So you don't have to decrypt it, modify the content, and again encrypt it. On runtime, you can edit that file. Okay, if you want to edit it, definitely again you have to provide the password, and you will see the normal file over here, and again host one. Likewise, you can have added, you can add the entry like this. I'll not add it right now, but you can add the entry like this. Okay, save it, and once you edit and save it, in that case the content will still remain the I meant to say earlier this encryption was ending with 31, now it's ending with 64. It means as I have added some content within that file, so encryption got changed over here. And now if you want to see the latest version of that file, you can get to see this latest version as well by looking into the content over here. So this is how you can encrypt a file, decrypt a file, view the content of that file, or change or modify the password of that file associated with that. Along with that, you can edit that file on runtime as well with the help of this I mean to say Ansible Vault, and this is mainly for the security aspect, nothing else, because we can have sensitive data in any of the file, and if you want to protect that sensitive data from being compromised, in that case definitely we will need this Ansible Vault to encrypt it, so that the person who knows the password, he only can decrypt or view the content. Otherwise no one will be able to understand the content, even though they can read the encrypted data, but from that encrypted data they won't be able to uh, they won't be able to get to know the content present within that file. Okay, understood this much about this Ansible Vault, why do we need it and how to play with it. So let's say there is one more thing within the Ansible Vault. Okay, so I'll just edit this file one more time, ASDFG, and let me make it normal content over here. So we have this two server details present within that. Now what if I do Ansible all hyphen mping? Okay, if I do so, in that case what internally it will do, it will read the content of this file, and it will just do ping to both the servers. Okay, but Ansible is also not aware about the passwords which I have uh, kept, okay, to lock that file or encrypt that file. So that's where Ansible will fail to do the task. Attempted to decrypt, but no vault secrets found. I haven't provided any secret because how come Ansible will know that this is the password? So that's where I need to provide the password manually over here. Then only Ansible will know that this is how they need to look for the content within that file. Okay, and if you want to provide the password, in that case, hyphen hyphen ask vault password is one of the option. Okay, ASDFG. So once you provide the password, then Ansible is going to look for the content, and once they know the real content within that file, they can go ahead and execute this ping module on both the server. Okay, so you just need to keep in mind that it's not only about encrypting. After encrypting as well, you need to provide these options so that Ansible can look for the real content to execute this module. Okay, let's say you don't want, let's say you are into some automation kind of thing, so definitely you don't need an interpreter over here. Means you should not provide password on a runtime. Your playbook or your Ansible command should get that password automatically, right? Because if I write something like this, then definitely some person need to provide a password, and my playbook will stop until I I provide password in. Okay, and I don't want that in automation kind of thing. Everything should be smooth. Everything should be successful without any manual intervention. So that's where I need to. In that case, if you want to do so, you can just create a file with that password. Let's say I say password file. It name can be anything. Okay, let's provide the password over here and password associated with that, and let's do this, but this time I need to provide new option because I'm getting a password from a file. Okay, from which file I'm getting a password. Hyphen hyphen vault password file is an option that we have to provide, and password is written within this file. In that case, I don't need to provide password on runtime. uh, Ansible will fetch the password from this file which I have created, this one, and it will proceed further. So this way we can have some level of automation that you can keep this password file on your local system. You should never upload this password file on GitHub because this can be compromised, because password is a kind of sensitive data, so we should not even upload that uh, upload it to the GitHubs. Okay, so that's where for for automation kind of thing we can definitely do so. So this is how we can play with Ansible Vault, and this is how we can encrypt, decrypt, view the content, rekey, edit, all those things we can do with the help of Ansible Vault. So this is the only thing we need to know. There is nothing much in great detail that we can talk about this Ansible Vault. Okay, अभी समझा end to end how you can make use of it. Okay, so we will just look into the last topic of discussion, that is nothing but roles. इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है. अभी तक अपन ने जो भी चीज़ें कवर किया है एंसिबल के अंदर, we have to make use of all those things, all the knowledge that we have till now, and need to create a role accordingly. Okay, in short, Ansible role is a way to structure our code. Okay, till now which all things we have make use of within this Ansible, that is nothing but, let's say if I write it down over here, we talk about variables. Okay, we how to store variables, create variables. We talk about task, means which all modules you need to execute within that task. Then we talk about handlers. Okay, then let's say if you want to copy any file from controller to the other servers, then that thing we have seen with the help of copy module. And while copying, if you want, any variable should be replaced by the value. In that case, we saw template module. So these many things we have seen so far, and definitely apart from this we have seen a lot of things. But if you want to structure your code, because till now what we have done, we have created a file with, let's say, playbook.yaml, and within that file we have added variable. In the same file we have added our task as well, along with that handlers as well. So lot of things we are adding within a single file, which is not how we can maintain the Ansible code. We need to structure, we need to write our code in the same way, but in different files, so that it will be very easy to track it. Because let's say अभी अपना मॉड्यूल्स कम है, 2-3 मॉड्यूल्स है, तो you can see the file size is very less. But what if there are 20 modules, 30 modules? So in that case our playbook.yaml file be very big file, and it will be very difficult to maintain that file or go through that file if someone have to modify anything. So that's where segregation is very much important in this writing of the playbook. Okay, so how to segregate it means, task जो भी अपन लिख रहे हैं, it should all be in one YAML file. जो भी आप variables define कर रहे हो, it should be in different YAML file. जो भी आप handlers के अंदर task लिख रहे हो, that should go in some different YAML file. So this is how you can segregate all those code that we are writing till now, and this is possible with the help of Ansible rules. Okay, so how to do that, and let's see in practical to get more idea about it. Okay, if you want to create a role, okay, in that case you have to first go ahead and create roles as a directory. Go ahead within that roles directory, nothing present right now. Ansible Galaxy is the binary file or you can say a command to create roles. Okay, init is to initialize it, and let's say the any role name, let's say I'll provide a demo role. This is the role name. Okay, so this can be anything. Once you initialize this role, so you can see role demo role was created successful. Right now all the files within this is blank. Okay, let me show you. वन डेमो रोल फोल्डर गॉट क्रिएटेड. जैसे आप रोल बनाते हो, सो उसका फोल्डर बन जाता है. एंड इफ आई शो यू द ट्री स्ट्रक्चर नाउ, like which all files and which all folders are present within this demo role, so you can see this. Okay, all the variables that we are going to define will go ahead in this main.yaml. Under the vars folder there is main.yaml, so that will go under main.yaml. All the tasks that we are going to write, like copy module, template module, or let's say file module, any ping module or debug one, any module that you want to write over here, all those tasks that will go inside this. Then handlers के अंदर जो भी आप task लिखते हो, that will go inside this main.yaml. If you want to copy any file from controller to the different servers, in that case keep this file under this directory files. एक files करके एक directory है, उसके अंदर आप file place कर दो and make use of the copy module. Okay, we will see this in practical to get an idea. Okay, so as of now get familiar with this main.yaml. Okay, each and every folder will have main.yaml. Okay, vars के अंदर main.yaml है, टास्क के अंदर मेन डॉट यामल है, हैंडल्स के अंदर मेन डॉट यामल है. Okay, others other folder and file we will cover it, but these are the primary ones, so let's understand this first. Now let's define some variable. As we know, as we are doing some segregation like keeping variables in vars main.yaml, keeping task in task main.yaml, keeping handler task in this. So let's divide our entire playbook in chunks. Okay, so let's go to a demo role, vars and main.yaml. So let's go ahead and define some variable. Let's say city equal to Pune, simple variable. So I have defined this variable over here, and let's write a task, debug task maybe in this task main.yaml. Okay, so I'm opening this task main.yaml. So let's write the task name, task to debug code, and let's say I'm going to write message as okay. सो विद इन दिस सिंपल है, मतलब अभी तक अपन जैसे लिख रहे थे बस वैसे ही लिखना है, बट डिफरेंट डिफरेंट फाइल्स में लिखना है. दैट इज़ द ओनली डिफरेंस ओवर हियर. सो आई स्टे इन जिंजा टेम्पलेट है सिटी. ओके, सो my output should be I stay in Pune if we do so, because I have defined the city variable within this vars main.yaml file. Okay, so let's say अभी मेरा रोल बहुत सिंपल है, just to have a debug module. I can add as many modules as I want in the task folder in the task main.yaml, but let's start with very basic things. Now I want to execute this role. Okay, whatever the task, whatever the variables I have defined, I want to execute it. So how to do that? We have playbook.yaml. So simply same thing, learning. Let's say if I write learning roles, and which all servers you want to execute. Let's say I am interested in Fedora node only, not other node. I don't want to gather any facts and roles, which role you want to execute. Okay, so I have provided a demo role I want to execute. So this demo role should be present under the roles directory. Okay, let me show you. Within this roles, okay, directory structure is important over here. That's why this demo role is present. Okay, so the code within the demo role will get executed if we do so. So our playbook will be this much only, because whatever the things we used to write earlier, we have written everything under the role, so we don't have to write it down over here. So our playbook will be this much only. Let's go ahead and execute this playbook, but before executing this, let me I meant to say decrypt it, because we already saw how to play with it. Ansible vault decrypt this file asdfg. So this got successful. Now let's go ahead and execute our playbook. So you can see I got this message, I stay in Pune. This so I can see over here my variable got easily resolved or easily replaced with the value which I have provided within the var section. Okay, so this is important to understand over here. So these are the files. So right now I have make use of the vars thing to provide a or to declare a variable. There is one more folder over here, defaults as well. Okay, the thing is vars folder के अंदर जो main.yaml है and defaults के अंदर भी एक main.yaml है. Okay, this is the okay defaults main.yaml and this is the vars main.yaml. Both file can have the same content. The thing is these two main.yaml are for defining the variables. If but in the priority list vars main.yaml will have higher priority than defaults main.yaml. Okay, so let's see if I provide city equal to Pune in this vars main.yaml and city equal to Mumbai in defaults main.yaml. In that case city equal to Pune will get picked up because vars main.yaml have higher precedence than defaults main.yaml. Okay, let's say मैं city variable यहाँ पे define नहीं करता vars के अंदर and I define it within this default main.yaml. In that case it will get picked up from this default main.yaml. Okay, so both are mainly for declaring the variables and providing the value to it, but understand the priority over here, vars will have higher priority than the defaults. So it's all about declaring the variables. Now let's say if I want to copy any file, so okay, so let's go to these files. As of now I don't have any file over here. This is where I can keep the file and get it copied to the node server. So let me create any file, subodh.dere. Okay, so this is the file I have created over here, and let's say I want to copy this file to the node servers at TMP location. So how you can do it, you have to write it one more task under the main.yaml. Okay, so copy करना है तो मतलब आपको एक मॉड्यूल लिखना पड़ेगा. That module will be let's say a copy module. Let's make use of the copy module. Which file you want to copy? This file, and destination is let's say TMP. So the thing is am providing that this file should be copied to the node server. So even in this case you can see I'm not providing any location like source location. Controller server पे ये file कहाँ पे है, I'm not providing that location because by default it will pick this file from the files directory. ओके इसलिए फाइल्स डायरेक्टरी इंपॉर्टेंट है अपना, बिकॉज आपको कोई भी फाइल कॉपी करनी है तो इस डायरेक्टरी के अंदर आप प्लेस कर दीजिए, एंड वंस यू कीप that file you can directly write the file name. You don't have to provide the location where that file actually exists. Okay, so that's where this is how we can segregate the content. Okay, so let me execute the playbook. The playbook content will remain the same because we are executing everything present within this role as a demo role. Okay, so copy module is also successful. I think this file was already there earlier. Let me delete it so that this file will get copied. tmp subodh.dere. So let's check whether this time we got output as a change or not. So we got output change because that file was not there this time. Okay, so this is how you can just you can copy a file by keeping that file under the files directory and make use of the copy module simply. Okay, let's talk about something else. Okay, let's go to the templates section. Okay, templates, it's blank now. So if you want to copy a file and that file is not a simple file, I mean to say that file will have some variable definition. It's not a static file, and I want that file to be copied with host with variable resolution. Okay, let me show you. Let's say index.h, let's say config.xml, any file. Okay, and I'll say my current hometown is, okay, so this is the content. Because let's say if I make use of the copy module, then this thing will not get replaced with a value, but we can resolve this with the help of template module. Okay, so that's why ऐसी कोई फाइल है जिसका resolution we need, keep that file under the templates and make use of the template module. Okay, only thing you need to keep in mind that as we are providing Jinja templating over here, then file name extension must be .j2. This is the Jinja templating format. Okay, simple file रहती without any variable. In that case, you can keep file name whatever you want. But if it is part of the role and it is under the template, then it should be ending with j2. Now let's go ahead and copy this file to the tmp. Do we have any config file already? Sorry. Okay, let's delete it so that it should copy it again. So as we need to write one more module, we need to go to the task section. Or what is the source file? config.xml.j2. Okay, and destination is this, but I'm not going to make use of the copy module. It should be template module. And at the destination, I want the file name to be config.xml. So at the source, this is the file name, and at the destination, I want this is config.xml should be the file name. Okay, so over here as well, I am not providing any location where this j2 file exists. So that's where if you are making use of the template module, always files will get picked up from the templates directory. Okay, this we need to keep in mind. If you are making use of the copy module, then file will get picked up from the files directory. Then in case of template, it will get picked up from the templates directory. Let's save it and execute our playbook. So this copy is okay. Then this demo role के अंदर we have written this and it got changed. It means it should have copied the file over here. Okay, file got copied and my current hometown is Pune, which is the correct value. It got replaced. Okay, so this is how we can make use of these templates as a directory to keep all the templates. Okay, file as a directory to keep all the files, and we have to write all the tasks within this section, task section. Okay, so now you already got an idea. A test you can ignore, we don't need to test any role over here. So now you got an idea about what is the difference between vars main.yaml and defaults main.yaml. Okay, let me show you that as well. Let's say in the vars main.yaml. I let's say don't provide this, and in the defaults main.yaml I provide some city equal to Mumbai. Okay, so var's main.yaml is blank now because I have commented it and added that variable in this with updated value. Okay, so now if I execute it, so that's where I got an output that I stay in Mumbai because this Mumbai is provided in the defaults main.yaml. var vars main.yaml का मैं जो कमेंट डाला है वो निकाल देता हूँ तो इन दैट केस my output will be Pune, not Mumbai. So that's where my current hometown is Mumbai. I got it over here. Understood what we are talking about and why we are doing so over here? Okay, so one more thing about these roles is nothing but these are shareable models. Let's say if you want to install some Elasticsearch and Kibana, you might have heard about ELK or you might have heard about the Prometheus monitoring tool. So if you want to install all those things, then for Amdocs as well, the installation step will remain same. For my company as well, installation steps will remain same or the playbook will remain same. So in that way, we can create our own roles and share those roles with other people as well so that they can also perform that task. They don't have to write everything from scratch. Okay, so we have one Ansible Galaxy. This is nothing but a hub or a central location where all the roles are available, like monitoring related roles, packaging related roles, development related roles, database related, cloud related roles are available over here. It means because these are like monitoring tool which I was talking about, those are all open source tools. Okay, so those are not built by a particular company and restricted to that only. Anyone can go ahead and make use of that. So installation of that thing will be common to everyone. It might be for any company, installation will remain same. So that's where Ansible community people have created roles for their for installing all those tools so that at our end we don't need to write everything from scratch. Okay, we just need to get all the code related to that and then read it, go through it, whatever required things, skip it, otherwise it's delete unwanted things. So let's see if I search for, let's say, ELK, Elasticsearch and Kibana. So you will see that ELK hyphen Kibana. So this is 4.5. This rating is 4.5 out of 5, and this is downloaded by 2024 people. So likewise, you can also download the code which is developed by other developers and try to understand what they have written. So if you want to, let's say, download this ELK hyphen Kibana, then this is the command, like Ansible Galaxy install this. Let's say if I install this, so it is downloading all the code developed by this owner. And once we got all the code over here, then this got created at which location owned by this. We need to provide the directory as well. I forgot to provide where it should download. Let's provide the path and we want to get it downloads under this. Let's go to roles, and once you download it, then you will get to see the folder name with that. And if you do the tree, you can see a lot of uh, like same thing like a defaults main.yaml, handlers main.yaml. If you see the handlers main.yaml, you will get to see the same I mean to say a task which is present within the handlers. And if you go to the vars main.yaml, right now they haven't provided any variables in that section. If you go to the defaults main.yaml, where is that? Yeah, this is the defaults main.yaml. They have provided some uh, variables in the defaults main.yaml. Okay, hash is to comment everything, and this is how like each and every variable is defined over here, and they have provided certain description about that variable as well, like this. So this is the standard way of writing it, so you can just download it, go through it, what all things they have written, and understand how standard Ansible rules we can write. Okay, so you can download anyone's I mean to say anyone's role they have developed. It's for free to everyone. Okay, there is no restriction or there is no password related thing that we require to download. Just download it, look for the content, understand the content, and definitely you will get some better idea about it by exploring certain things within it. So that's all from my end about this Ansible Galaxy and entire Ansible playbook related things. We have covered a lot of things in this 5 session of the Ansible. As of now, just focus on these things only. Let's not go out of this thing, because 80 to 90% of the things we have already covered within this, because there are thousands of the modules. Okay, the way we have learned ping module, copy module, file module, and many other things, so there are thousands of the modules which Ansible provides. So we cannot go through each and every module, we just need to know how Ansible works, and that is all we need to know. One more thing, Ansible is capable of that, creating an infrastructure. Okay, if I show you uh, in Ansible, let's say documentation, sorry, Ansible, what was that command? I don't exactly remember. Let me go to this Ansible doc hyphen L, I think so. So you can see these are the modules which they have provided. Like there are certain Amazon modules, there are certain I meant to say Azure module as well, GCP module as well. You can see these are the Azure modules. So these modules are built to create infrastructure within the cloud. Okay, as we will be learning AWS, so Ansible is also capable of creating infrastructure in AWS. Means if you want to create any virtual machines, any storage within this AWS, you can go ahead and create it with the Ansible. But that is not Ansible built for. Ansible is mainly built for configuration things. Ansible is not good in case of creating infrastructure. For that matter, we have Terraform as a tool which is provided by the HashiCorp, and we are going to learn Terraform definitely once we finish AWS. Okay, because we should know how to create infrastructure via code without doing anything manually. So definitely these things might not be that comfortable to you right now, because we are not into that topic yet. So, but just keep in mind that Ansible can be used for infrastructure creation as well. But the primary task of Ansible is to do configuration management, and secondary task is to create infrastructure. And Terraform का primary task is to create infrastructure, secondary is configuration management. So So that's where we are leveraging the primary benefit of both the tools. We will make use of Ansible only for configuration management. We will make use of Terraform only for infrastructure creation. Okay, that's all about the extra things within. I hope you got it. Okay, thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow with some new topic. Take care. Bye bye.